From the mind of Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov.
I do like the Orbit shock mount that comes with the AIM Inspire quite a lot. It's made out of a glass nylon material that's very durable, and it does kill vibrations before they get into my recordings. But one thing I noticed is that when I'm using the Inspire, sometimes when I'm reading copy, because I work so close to the mic, sometimes the edge of the Orbit shock mount is in my peripheral vision. Now, when I'm using the Essence, though, that doesn't happen because I'm able to mount it on a boom arm or on a mic stand because they have mount holes designed into the bottom of each AIM audio mic. So I'm hanging this right from my boom arm, which is really great because they built a capsule holder that kills vibrations a lot better than your standard everyday microphone capsule holder made out of just some kind of plastic. Now, most plastics are made out of like chopped up dust, but this, it's like a long glass fiber, the same type of material that they use in the bumpers on F1 race cars to dissipate thermal and vibration energy, right? So all that vibratory energy hits the microphone capsule holder and it goes bye-bye. Now watch this. This is really cool. Look. I am hammering on my desk pretty hard. Tapping the boom arm, tapping the mic, right? I mean, I'm not getting any sort of, I'm not getting vibration issues without a shock mount, which would be impossible to do with most mics. Now, I like that a lot. That's why I like the Essence, because it has that streamlined view to the screen. I just like the fact that it's hanging there without the shock mount. Now, shock mounts are great, but I don't necessarily find them aesthetically pleasing for the most part. This one is cool, and I love the fact that the Inspire has this clip-on pop filter, right? That's great. You don't get that. You don't get that with the Essence, right? The Essence just comes with the mic and a carry bag, storage bag. And, that's all you get. But also, hold on. So the Essence has a streamlined feature set. You only get an 80 hertz high-pass filter, whereas on the Inspire you get an 80 and a 110. You may not use a 110, but depending upon where you're recording, you might. But for normal booth use, normal VO use, I'm using the 80 or I'm not using it at all. Right now I don't have the high-pass filter on either mic. You also get a 10 dB pad. On the Inspire, you get 10 and 20. I never use a pad, so that doesn't really matter to me. But most importantly, you get the Transformer and Transformerless circuits, just like the Inspire. So the Essence is the cardioid-only lesser-priced sibling to the Inspire. Now here, let me switch it over to Transformerless. So this is the Inspire in Transformerless. There's no EQ on any of this. So again, you get that nice, really crisp, transient, fast sound. Like Transformerless is amazing for voiceover for certain types of things. And then over here on the Inspire, switch it over to Transformerless. So, right, I mean, the Essence is designed to sound like the Inspire, just with one polar pattern. Now, with the Inspire, let me switch it back to Transformer. You get the whole Pokemon set of 5 polar patterns, which is great, I mean, for voiceover, I mainly use cardioid for pretty much everything, and then sometimes I'll use supercard if I want to just push the voice forward a little bit more, have a little bit more focus on the voice. It's good for promo stuff. But here, let me switch it back to Transformer mode. So here, right, you just get this great cardioid sound. So the deal is, right, the Essence is lesser priced. It's $6.99 retail in the US currently. And again, you just get the mic and a storage pouch. And, that's an amazing deal. I mean, for $6.99, there aren't a lot of mics between $500 and $1,000 that I would really recommend for voiceover. There's a lot of stuff out there that I feel is kind of like, Metza, right? So, but this, I love both these mics. Now for $8.99, for $200 more, you get the Orbit shock mount, you get you get all the polar patterns, you get an extra high pass filter, an extra pad, you get both transformer and transformerless, and the orbit shock mount, of course, with the amazing magnetic pop filter that comes with it. So is this worth $200 more to get this whole kit? Oh, and the Pelican case. Did I say that? You get a Pelican case, which those aren't cheap on their own. And it's great protection. Like if you are planning to carry this mic around, like if you are touring, or if it's not just sitting on a stand in your house all the time, then you may want to invest in a good case. And you can get the one with the Pelican case, right? Already. The Inspire's great. But the Essence, right? I mean, I love the Essence. I love the fact that I don't need a shock mount with it. I like that a lot. So what do you think? Do they sound the same to you? I mean, they're both in cardioid. They're both, the same circuits. The Essence, though, has a little trick to it. It actually is about 5 dB hotter. And do you hear my throat gurgle? It's about 5 dB hotter. And that was something that the capsule designer had AIM Audio add in to make the cardioids match better. So what do you think? I mean, again, here's the Inspire and here's the Essence. Which one do you like best? Let me know in the comments, all right? And until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.